player and has had incredible success on Kog'Maw in the past. So I cannot, see that going to him, however, with Funk possibly letting it go. So, yeah, they're going to just ban out the Kog'Maw comp rather than the Kog'Maw, I feel.
Yeah, they might. They might just end up flexing that over to Kog'Maw. It's easier just to get rid of the threat instead of just getting rid of the support to the threat.
Well, Kale's annoying in her own right, honestly.
True.
You just say no damage right now. It's just kind of silly. I wouldn't be... Actually, a Kindred ban here would not surprise me either, in all honesty.
Well, they did ban it last time.
They banned Kindred last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Kale, Kindred...
Yeah.
Who's the last one? God, Oh, I can't remember right now.
Alright, well... Either way, that's a...
It was Kale, Kindred, Cog, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
This is what they actually banned out last time.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with that kind of anti-death crap. They just want to say, you know what? If you're gonna die, you're gonna die, and you're gonna go to that gray screen, god dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are gonna be a lot of gray screens in this game.
Nothing to protect
Funk
them.
and Digital. Funk and Digital are very, very heavy hitters.
Very aggressive is a good word of put it. Like, both of these teams aren't afraid to make, plays, even if they're incredibly risky.
Well, there's that Shen pickup.
Well, there's...
I'm not saying Funk should have banned it, but...
There's the risk.
Probably should have banned it.
There's the risky play right there. Shen allows risky plays to be a lot less risky with his ultimate, so...
yeah.
Potential tower dives, maybe even an Alistar pickup for the support on the side of Digital Esports. And a Jax pickup and a Vi. Wow.
Ooh, Vi. That's a great one. Vi's gonna get in there and kind of nullify what Shen's able to do. Usually Shen's able to lock up all the dive pressure and front line of an enemy team. But with the Vi there, she's gonna be able to get right through.
Yeah, we'll see how this top lane matchup is going to go. Jax is going to want to split push for days, and Shen's going to want to be dealing with the Jax and then teleport in for a potential team fight. So, as long as Funk can avoid that diving from Digital Esports, they might actually have a good chance if this Jax gets ahead.
Yeah, the Jax is going to be scary if he gets up. So we know he's going top lane. If that Nihilus gets locked in, which he does, we know that's going to be the support.
There it
leaving
is.
Just the mid laner left open. It looks like they want to counter it. Oh, that could be an Ezreal mid lane from Team Digital.
It is. Wow. A Lucian Janna lane. Wow.
Strong
Double
lane,
AD. With the Janna disengage and the Wukong. So that's actually super interesting team comp right there from Digital.
Yeah. If we don't see 3 Thornmails this game, I would be surprised.
And the LeBlanc into the Lucian or the Ezreal. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I'm not really confident. I really don't think Ezreal mid lane is as good as it was when Runeglaive was a thing back way back when. So it's definitely fallen off since then. However, I can't say it's weak because it's still an Ezreal and he's still going to do a lot of damage. He's really safe. He has a lot of poke. He's at Arcane Shift. He has his flash, his heal. He's going to be completely safe in the mid lane. As long as he doesn't get too over aggressive with this LeBlanc, because LeBlanc can most definitely one-shot an Ezreal.
Yeah, and that LeBlanc can actually also chase him down. Ezreal can't really shift away from the LeBlanc. The LeBlanc can just follow up with another distortion. So I think the LeBlanc's a great pickup there. I'm not agreeing with the Sivir pick. Once again, I just think they're stronger picks. But these teams are favoring the Sivir.
I'm telling you, man, Sivir's a lot stronger than you give it credit for. That ultimate is massive. Yeah, we saw it do so much for the last game. And even still, right here on the side of Funk, they have a split push comp with Jax, but they also have a safe disengage with Sivir ultimate and potentially lockdown with the Nautilus and the Vi if something goes wrong. All they want to do is buy time for Jax. And that Sivir ultimate, that Nautilus, that Vi is there to buy time for that Jax. That's my 2 cents on it. It could be, a crazy team fight comp that might work out that way, but I honestly think their best bet is to have that Jack split pushing, dealing with the Shen, and then have Shen force something to go to a bot lane, to go to that fight. But Shen having the TP and his ultimate is going to be really difficult to out-split push that.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how Funk plays around that. And then the triple AD comp coming out of Digital. Well,
now that should give him a little bit of problem, seeing as their tank line isn't the best. I mean, they got Shin, but Wukong is going to be more damaged than tank, and Shin's going to be he's going to be able to taunt people, but once that's down, his peel is pretty much non-existent. Yeah,
it's funny because looking at Digital Esports comp, right now, the first thing I see is they want to go later in the game because a Shen and a Wukong are just monsters in the late game,
Oh, everybody on Team Digital is super strong in the late game. But Ezreal goes off.
Look at Funk though; they have a Jax and a Nautilus.
True.
It's kind of funny because both of these teams have that aspect of late game to them.
Yeah. So it's time, Lee. It is time.
Oh yeah, I gotta do the vote.
Decide. I guess since I am in the lead, I guess I will go first. Make it a little bit easier for you.
Oh my god.
If I pick the right...
I think we're both gonna pick the same team here.
You know what? I think we will too. I think we're both gonna give our votes over to Team Digital.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's a given. There's not too much you could say about that, but you at home can too vote. Do you think Team Funk will win, or do you think Team TDE will win? Type !FNK for Funk, or !vote TDE for Team Digital Esports. Yes, I have a little bit of a stutter. All right, leave me alone. It happens. We all have our little issues, and I'm getting through it. All right. It's...
I think the consensus is general. Wow. They got me all backwards.
Consensus.
All backwards. I think it's a general consensus on this. Mainly, I'll give my reasoning behind it. I know everybody likes to hear reasoning instead of just flipping of a coin. But I don't believe LeBlanc and the Sivir are going to be able to put out the same amount of damage and pressure late game as they might earlier game. Or in these team comps, I think the Lucian Ezreal is just going to outclass the LeBlanc Sivir, and that's going to be the big deciding factor. The John and the Nautilus are pretty much even. The Wukong, the Vi, the Shin, and the Jax are all very even champions when it just comes to what they're doing in the team fights and how they're impacting it. Now, Wukong, I think, impacts it a little bit more than the Jax or the Vibe.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes, because if both of these teams play their comp right, I mean, they kind of both want to split push, and they both have safety in their side. Like, they have a Nautilus for, the engage, the safety, the lockdown. They have a Jhin on the side of TDE for the disengage. There's a lot of safety in every member on both of these teams, really, and I don't think either one really wants to necessarily team fight, per se, more than just get, skirmishes and picks.
Yeah.
And split push.
It's definitely going to be a very skirmishy game.
Yeah.
From both these teams. They're going to look for those 3-on-3s and those 2-on-2s that their top laners can teleport to and make an impact on. So I expect to see a lot of that in the bottom lanes. It looks like we got standard lanes, at least right now. But the biggest thing about this is, does Funk react to the team comp that they're against and just build heavy armor to try to mitigate a lot of this damage, or are they going to maybe just focus more on going damage?
Well, it's still an Ezreal, so it's still gonna be the AP Ezreal mid. I don't think they're silly.
It is gonna be an AP Ezreal mid. You're right. He's got the Doran's ring.
Yeah, I still think that the poke is gonna be really difficult for them to deal with either way. So I really don't know what to expect from this game, because both of these teams have very similar, I guess, similar goals and what they want to do and how they want to achieve them. So we'll have to see just how the laning phase will go and base it upon that, because right now it's very difficult to tell how this is going to go, other than past games.
Well, I think Funked is going to have to win this early game laning phase.
Yeah.
If they want to have any sort of chance later on in the game, Jax is going to have to go off, and LeBlanc is going to have to go off.
Yeah.
That just is going to have to be what happens, because if you let both Ezreal and Shin go even, the scaling is just too difficult for the rest of the Funk team to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if this jungler, if Adam can get, there's Jax ahead specifically, this could be a really good game for them. But if this doesn't go well in the earlier half of this game, then I definitely think that the Shen, the Wukong, is going to start to out-pressure anything that anyone on Team Funk can do. So
they better be careful, because if we see a 3-man skirmish in the top area with the Shin, the Wukong, and the Ezreal, pre-20 minutes, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, where everyone's got second rank their ultimates, or even just the first, maybe get that small level advantage, it's going to be a very deadly combination, as Jax is not going to quite be scaled up yet, where Shin is going to have enough tank to really deal with it.
Yeah, Shen.
So that may be something Team Digital looks to fight around, that Rift Herald, maybe force an easy skirmish.
Shen can definitely, hold his own. After he gets his first back, or first 2 backs or so, hits level 6, he's pretty tanky, so he's going to be pretty safe up there for quite a while, unless there's a gank from Adam, which looks to be the case right now.
Yeah, Adam is going to go in for the gank. He's coming in, going to get spotted by the ward, but so far, Daddy has not reacted. There's the taunt out, just missed hitting him.
Wow.
So he does take a Vault Breaker to the face and going to take half his damage, but Adam is not going to get anything else besides that.
Well, he got half of his health, and he does have lane pressure now, so Jax has full health and 3 charges of his Corrupting Potion there, so he should have a easier time now. He's already out farming the Jax, and now he's pressuring him.
Adam's coming back. Yeah, Vault Breaking in there after the stun. He is going to end up flashing after the taunt did take him to safety. So Adam did actually end up getting a summoner spell. So we got action going on in the mid lane.
Oh.
Homo's doing a lot of damage to Zolo. Pops his passive, but is not able to pick up the kill as he's got heal and no ignite.
He missed the chain, unfortunately. LeBlanc, if she landed that chain, that would have been a much better trade for her, but just a little bit off. Cost her to lose the trade now.
Daddy with a little great mechanics coming back
Again.
in. Now Zolo's in trouble as Shelly comes in. Allows Tickle Me Homo to pick up first blood and a big advantage in the mid lane.
Yep. There was no reason for LeBlanc to be that silly aggressive, especially when Ezreal hadn't healed. Now, she's got the gray screen. She's down 2 summoner spells to Ezreal's 1, and she has no kill pressure at this point because Ezreal's going to push it into the tower, get a nice back, start stacking his tier, and he'll be all set for the late game, or mid to late game.
Yeah, as that Seer starts to stack, Zolo may be in a lot of trouble. See, now he does not have the early advantage like we're talking about, but up in the top lane we've seen, that big advantage starting to come to light as Jax pushed a big wave into Shin's tower. Daddy doing a good job farming it up, but Auxier definitely has a lane presence if he wants to teleport out of there or go back for some items.
And he does have the 2 wards and river, so he is pretty safe right now. The only thing that could potentially get him is a cheese lane gank, but even that, he's going to have plenty of time to jump away with his leap. So there's really not much that can be done to help this Shen up top with the lane or ward coverage in the river.
You want to talk about cheese? Let's look at this Ezreal build.
Frostfang? Oh, man. Who needs a tier? Let me just go Frostfang for more gold income and more poke.
I guess he's not going for a scaling build, at least not yet. Deciding that he doesn't want to go for early scaling and maybe wants to go for some early damage and then transition that into scaling.
Yeah, but even
I'm
still,
not sure.
With the early, if you're trying to go for early pressure, that's not the item to go. But
no, yeah, that is more of a scaling item as well. He's doing it now. He's in the bot lane. Lamo, a lot of damage. And these top laners are going at it. Auxier getting flashing red. Daddy's going to have the presence. The Corrupting Potions are out. So Shin does have more sustain, and Auxier is one hit. Going to have to get out of there. But Nutrix had to flash bottom. as Adam comes in, Su very healthy, doing a great job pathing through this jungle and providing a lot of impact into his lanes.
Yeah, he also actually burnt Flash there to try and get Nutrinks, but it wasn't enough because Nutrinks did Flash really well. The exhaust from Blomy bot lane also went down earlier to try and kill the Janna, so just summoner trades back and forth, no advantage anywhere other than that kill in the mid lane, and it's about 1,000 gold for TDE at 7 minutes, and now Wukong. Shelly's got the lane.
Yeah, but top lane also, Daddy's got the lane though. As we just saw that he had a great little trade against Auxir, sent him back to the fountain, and now Shin has a 12 minion advantage as he comes back with a Cinderhawk. That is going to be a scary Shin to have to deal with, and Wukong might be a little bit scary here too, as Shelly got sneakily into that bush.
He's been there for a long time, though. He's wasted a long time just kind of sitting in that bush. He did sap experience from Nutrinks and Blomy, so a little bit lost there in the amount of gold incoming experience, but other than that, you know, his team already has 1,000 gold lead, so not too much there to worry about.
No, maybe if Nihilus does get a level 6 because of that experience sap, they may be able to turn something bottom, but Sivir not having any mana.
Again.
Ooh, good dodge of the chain.
Zolo misses the chain every time. Oh, I don't think I've seen him land one chain. If he lands that chain, it's a different story. But every time he misses it, Ezreal's just going to out-trade him.
Yeah, Ezreal got the passive out of that True Shot Barrage. Eddie's going to be able to push up that lane in. Zolo taking the Ignite hasn't even come close to paying off for him right now.
Oh,
the flash engage. Doesn't even want to shift. Doesn't get the kill as LeBlanc just distortions out. You would have to imagine he expected that.
He thought he could do it before she actually responded, I suppose, trying to keep pressure on her while she doesn't have her flash up. So I can see where it would have been good, but now that he has a flash down, he's still kind of safe with his shift, so not too much loss there, but it is still a summoner spell down for Tickle.
Well, Vi is now 6, so that could pose problems. The shift doesn't get you very far when you have an assault and battery coming your way.
Definitely not. He's
I
still
guess
gonna get a fist
really,
in the face.
Yeah, it gives Adam maybe the opening he needs in the mid lane to make an impact there.
Yeah. We were talking about it though, like, oh, nice whirlwind.
A small skirmish going on bottom.
Janna.
John goes in under tower. Blomy bot lane blows Nihilus right back. Now the depth charge coming in.
Oh, what?
Maybe the Riptide knocking him up. Very low, but it is not going to pick up the kill.
Oh, Sivir had ultimate and flash and heal and everything, and Nautilus had exhaust. Oh, they could have got Janna. Oh, man.
They could have indeed, but, you know, be a little bit too safe. Lamo is just too weak right now in terms of health. Hold on a second.
Oh, hi.
John,
hello.
Fight still going on. Lucian's out of mana. Nutrient's got no damage besides his basic auto attacks. Lamo doesn't either. The exhaust does go down, but it seemed to be an exhaust on the run. The counter exhaust comes in. Nihilus still has flash. Janna.
Oh!
Here comes Vi. It was all a bait to allow Adam time to get in the lane. Now Kings and Courage is going to secure the kill. Big anchor to the face.
Oh, and Shen actually used his ultimate mid lane to keep up Tickle Me Homo when he was trading with Zolo. So, pretty good trade there from Funk. They're going to now push this into tower, hopefully, and deny Nutrinks a little bit of farm. So, he's not going to deny it. It's actually going to get stuck there. Oh, well. But either way, he's still got an assist on the side of Lamo, so.
Yeah, Lamo playing it really risky, you know, on the edge. With that health bar, neither of them had mana to do any damage with, and those are two spell casting champions. The big thing that we do note is the Colt is very close to finishing. Was it 10 left?
About 11, I think, somewhere in there, something like 10. It's in the tens. We know that.
Well, actually, she only has 70 mana, so it should be 30 left.
Really?
Or excuse me, 30 CS, but it does say 10 on her.
Oh, that's strange.
On our graphics. I'm not sure what is up with that.
Maybe. Oh no, Nautilus wouldn't even give it that too. I don't know. No clue.
Yeah, no, because that adds up your own CS. I am not sure. It looks like a little bit of a graphical glitch, but she is indeed 30
Oh, she
CS
just
away.
bought it.
Oh, wow. That was 100.
Well, we were wrong.
I wasn't paying attention to items at all in the bot lane. Uh-oh.
Quite honestly, that's
tired after this
I have
game.
never seen that. We'll have to see how it works out here. I don't necessarily think it's the most efficient way of buying an item. However, you know, that extra 350 gold could be something interesting.
It could, but right now she's
Oh,
doing
man.
really bad in this lane. Now it's Jana knocking it up. Nutri's going to get the kill. The Culling not paying off one bit. Now Blow Me bot lane. Blows King's entourage back. And Lucia's going to go for the dive under turret with the Culling. Didn't quite pick it up as Adam comes in top. Assault and battery into the shin, but Auxir did not follow up. A little bit of a miscommunication. And Tell Me I'm Daddy going to get out under turret. As Shelly is my mom starts to go up. But ends up not fully committing to the top lane.
Wow. Well, on the first half of that, you always need to respect the fact that Lucian can attack twice instantly. So, not respecting that cost Lemo his life, and now Wukong is going up top. Maybe Jax won't respect the Shen.
Yeah, Shelly is going to try to take away Auxir's life. Start to put some impact up there. So far, Adam has been outclassing him in terms of laning impact. Now, Auxir going to go ahead and blow the stun. That should be Shelly's opening.
Nope.
He's deciding to be passive and wait as Adam comes up through the river. They don't have ward coverage on that just yet. Here comes Shelly going in. Shin gonna get the taunt. Now in the bot lane, we got Ezreal True Shot Barrage going down as they're coming in towards this blue buff. They pick up the Nautilus, and they may turn up the Dragon as Auxir is flashing red, but he gets out to safety.
All right, so now it's 3-1. A lot of action going on all over the place, but that counter gank from Wukong really did a lot. Oh, buddy.
Adam's trying to save that turret, but it's gonna take a little bit more than that, I would imagine, to save this.
Yeah, they're gonna back off. There's no reason to try and force this right now. Yeah, they're just gonna push it into the tower and hope that Jax misses all of that and Vi has to pick it up, so.
He will.
Yep.
He will. Doesn't even teleport up there.
But he's got his Rage Blade.
Ooh, he does. He's starting to scale.
Mm-hmm.
Shen should have a Sunfire Cape, though, on this back. So I can't imagine that he's going to be in too much trouble.
Yeah, Ginsu's is one of those items that Jax is just insane with. Jax naturally gets better the longer he fights. And that Ginsu's is just silly. Oh! Go down.
Daddy! You need to go back and get your items.
Yeah, that Ginsu's Jax is a scary thing, man. Regardless of who you're playing.
That's true.
Wow.
Auxir does have the item advantage right now until Tell Me I'm Daddy goes back home to buy. It looks like he's waiting for a little bit more gold as he's only sitting on 1,200.
Nice.
And
Jax
Auxir's
is
gonna take, gonna take the opportunity to get a little blue buff steal.
I like that. They think they're doing Rift Herald right now.
Don't count Funk out of it yet. They're having some good rotations between the top and the jungler.
Well, we'll see. Ezreal's getting dove
There's
now.
that assault and battery onto the shift.
Oh,
He does have
again.
flash. Ends up uses it. Now Adam is in a little bit of trouble as he went under turret, and now Shin's gonna come in, Daddy, with the great Dan United to lock him up. Now Shin went after the wrong LeBlanc target. Takumi Homo went after the other one, but it did allow Zolo to get out safe and sound.
That would have been a different story if Zolo landed his chain again. But Shen with the quick fingers, the quick ultimate saves Ezreal's life there, and no, Lemo.
Oh, getting pulled up under tower is Nutrinks. Trying to answer back with the calling. As Blow Me bot lane heals him right back up. Lemo is in still a lot of trouble as he gets decimated, I think is the right word for that. And they're looking for more. They're looking for this Nihilus. Lucian is one more hit. The shield's going to keep him a little bit safe as he goes back in to finish it out for a double kill.
Ooh, that was close. There was no reason for the bot lane of Funk to stay there. Honestly, Sivir and Nautilus should have backed off once they realized that. Oh, and Janna's dead.
You were just talking about staying too long, weren't you?
I was.
Janna did. Now Wukong is in trouble as Shelly comes up top.
Yeah, bye, Jax.
He's gonna be He's dead. This tower shot's gonna do it for Shelly, and Tommy and Daddy gets the assist. They're gonna be able to take that turret as well.
Yep, 30 seconds on Jax now, 17 minutes into the game. The tower's going down. The first tower of the game, surprisingly enough. What is it, 4,000, 5,000 gold lead for TDE at 17 minutes is not going to be the best thing because it's about to be 6,000 gold lead.
Yeah, not going to be very easy for Funk to kind of climb back into this one. But for those of you who've been watching IEM today, 5,000 gold lead is definitely not insurmountable.
Oh, man. Savage.
I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. At least you probably should.
Free
if you
SM.
follow the competitive league.
Free SM.
Free SM, indeed. The best thing about that was a double report. Some of the Korean reactions are awesome. See what reaction Nutrix had. As Adam comes by lane and saw him battery. Gonna stop the calling for killing it. Actually won't. He is gonna be able to pick up Lamau for just a last little bit of damage. So a little bit of a cheeky kill there as the jungler was not able to get there in time.
That was a big kill from Nutrix there. He's got now 5 kills. He's died once, but honestly, Essence Reaver's Zeal, and he's probably going to go finish off his boots because that tower's going down as well. So, TDE won the early game, and the one thing...
Yep.
Funk
I think they're
wanted to
about
do.
also to win the top lane once again as Shelly comes in. Oh! Auxier flashes the Wukong ultimate, but Shelly answers it back with a flash, and that's Auxier at the fountain once again.
Oh, this is a bad look for Funk right now. Nearly 8,000, 8,000 gold lead now for TDE. I know I keep saying the gold lead, but every time I say it, it's up about another 1,000 gold. And that's pretty huge.
And
Oh!
Digital are going to try to make a little bit more effective. They went in for this blue buff shield, but Vi did pick it up with the smite. Now, Nutrix is going to get chained up. The Giant Shield and Ultimate's going to keep him alive as Shin's coming in. This fight is turning back on the Funk, who just didn't want to leave. That's going to give Nutrix a double kill and 3 kills overall for Team Digital. At least in the bot lane, they're looking for their 4th as Nautilus is going to get cold to death.
Oh, man!
So, a clean ace overall if you count the Shin gang top lane.
This is a game where we can't really talk much more about it other than how Funk can possibly make a good thing come out of this. And right now, they realize that, or I hope they realize that they've played really aggressively in lane that kind of cost them the early game. They needed to stay safe. They needed to stay at least even and possibly get Jax ahead. Every single lane fell behind, and even if you have an early game comp, you're not gonna be able to deal with that.
Seems like they were worried about the scaling potential of Team Digital, and they want to try to do everything they could to shut it down in the early game, but it kind of backfired on them as they are able to take up their first turret, but their team is down 13-2 and 2 turrets, and now Auxier is going to die once again, going to make that 14-2. Very easy for Nutrix to pick it up, and in the bot lane, we see Lamau getting soloed out by Shelly.
At this point, I think Funk's just trying to go for anything they can possibly get, and even with there's absolutely no vision for them, really. There's 1 pink ward on the map and 1 vision ward, really. There's nothing they can do other than take risks at this point, and both of those just kind of shot him in the back, so...
Yeah, it kind of just fell flat.
Shot him in the foot, rather.
Yeah, as Adam is going to try to come in and affect the Wukong, but a little bit of a stutter step. A hesitation allows Shelly to get out of there with a good clone. But the rest of the Team Digital team is going to take the top lane turret, so the turret picked up for nothing.
Free tower for TDE. That means, what is that, a 1,200 gold lead now? Or 12,000 rather? Yeah, that's a pretty big amount of a lead right there. I would not be surprised if this game ended in the next 5 minutes.
I would not be surprised either.
At this point, it's a question of is it going to be the quickest game in the tournament thus far.
That will be remaining to be seen as the next turret falls. 5 turret to just the 1. The Vel'Koz portals doing work. Shin managed to lay it down there, so it'll help that lane push up.
Vel'Koz portals.
Oh man, I still said that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Every time. It's because the Voidlings, man.
They do look like void creatures because, hey, here's a hint: they're void creatures.
Yeah, yeah. Good thing to note. Excuse me. I will. No, a little editorial note. That is a Z-Rot portal.
An editorial
Go ahead and
note.
recall the last 10 seconds of our casting audio.
It's all right. We'll just
What?
edit it.
Yeah, Team Digital. Don't need to edit this game though. We need to censor it. Team Digital has just got a
Oh man.
raping funk right now.
It's
This
funny.
is
You think of
inhumane.
LeBlanc as the one who assassinates people, but Lucian almost assassinated on LeBlanc right there.
Yeah, and they're just gonna keep working on these turrets. There it goes. The first inhibitor turret goes down, and there's absolutely nothing Funk can do right now. They are trying. They're looking for what they can, but it's just nothing. There's nothing they can do. Oh, wait. They may have their opening here. As Nutrix goes in a little low, but Shelly comes in, just answers that engage with a big re-engage of his own. Nutrix was already back up to full health, thanks to a heal and Janna. So they're going to work on this first Nexus turret. As the minions push up from that down inhibitor mid, they should be able to work on the second one.
Oh!
Shelly took a lot of damage, so they will actually have to back out, but Ezreal's got a blue buff. And he's got tons of damage, so not quite able to pick up the kill as he sends Kings back to the turret flashing red, but he is able to heal up and come back out. Now Xero's a little bit scary there. This fight just continues. The rest of his team starting to come up off the death timers. But Shen just keeps sending him right back to the fountain. Lamau trying to get in there with the boomerang bait. We got 2 members flashing red. There he goes. Izir picks it up, but he will fall right after that. As Tell Me I'm Daddy is just going off on the tank. But Zolo is riding Zolo and picking up the Janna for free. He does get sent into his passive form. But the rest of his team is running. They're all flashing red. Everybody. And there he goes.
What is happening? The
Adam,
weirdest engage. That was so strange.
Yeah, every time they come up for the fountain, they're going right back to it. But they did manage to keep Team Digital Esports off that last Nexus turret. Nope, scratch that. There it goes.
Never
They kept
mind.
them off the Nexus.
Oh my god, that's hysterical. Super Minions actually hitting the Nexus right now, and everyone's slowly coming back up, but this is only 24, 25 minutes into the game. It's still very, early mid-game at this point. Like, Funk is just in a very bad place right now.
Yeah. I think after this game, they might need to crawl into their happy space and cry themselves to sleep.
Oh, man.
This game is not going their way.
Yeah, this is the Baron take that will end the game right here. So, how quickly is it going down? Yeah, it's not going down too quick because it is so early in the game, but Nutrix is massive. He's got the Maw, he's got the Rapid Fire Cannon, he's got an Essence Reaver, and he's got the Vamp Scepter. And Zolo's not going to get the cheeky steal, unfortunately, but look at all the spooky ghosts!
Able to smite out so many ghosts. It's going to slow him up as Tickle Me Homo tickles down King's entourage
my god.
to death. Wow. Damage is just too real.
You say that, and then you look at the kills. And the kill distribution. And Nutrix, Lucian, 12 kills right now. He
12
died
of them.
one time. And I gotta say, oh my goodness. What a
13
assassinating the assassin!
13 kills.
Alright, we'll
Nah,
get 14.
Team Digital and
14.
just
No,
running
you're
this back
14.
in.
No.
There it is. Good job, Blow Me bot lane. Gonna go ahead and secure one of those for himself as the Team Digital Esports team is
There
gonna
it
wrap
is.
up the Nautilus and the Nexus at 26.5 minutes. Wow, that is just a completely one-sided game.
Yep, that was it.